everybody, what's up? What's going on? Welcome back to True Ambition Fitness. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I got my friend here, Muzzy. He's actually going to tell us a little story. As you probably can see, he's in a little situation here. He's in a wheelchair, he's a double amputee, and also he's blind. Since he's here at the Blind Center with me, I guess that kind of makes sense. And I'm going to just actually let Corey tell you his story.
Alright, hey there guys, my name is Muzzy. I'm still active duty military, and I'm obviously missing some legs. But my little story is, I'm a 13 Bravo, a Cannon crew member, and the way that I miss my legs is I work on cannons, obviously. So one of the cannons in the field had a malfunction, and it blew up. It killed one, severely injured two, and then there's 5 other minor injuries. I was obviously one of the severely injured. And this wasn't overseas. This was actually a training accident at Fort Bragg, North Carolina.
Okay. So, you said that this happened in a training accident and everything like that. My question is, how exactly did you react? What was your reaction? I mean, because you obviously weren't in combat at the time, so you weren't expecting to be waking up with no legs and can't see. So what was your exact reaction and everything?
Well, when I first woke up in the hospital, which was a day and a half later, I thought I was dreaming, you know, because we were doing a 72-hour mission, and we were on hour 60. And so we were going off 60 hours of no sleep when the accident actually happened. And I don't really remember much of the accident itself. But yeah, when I woke up, I thought I was dreaming, and my parents came in the ICU room with me and started talking. And I really thought it was a dream then, because, you know, my parents are in New Mexico and I'm in North Carolina. So I was like, how did they get there so quick?
Interesting. Have you woke up from the dream yet?
Nope, not yet. Still dreaming.
Alright. That works. So, okay. Obviously, you're going through a huge transition and everything. How long did it take you after the accident to, like, realize, oh, this is real life. This is what's happening to me? How long did it take?
It took probably about 3 weeks. The first 2 weeks after the accident, I was in and out of surgeries every day. And so I had about 14 surgeries in just the first 2 weeks. And it was the 3rd week that I really, you know, realized, like, wow, you know, this is real. I'm blind and I'm missing some legs.
Okay. So about 3 weeks in, you're just like, oh, wait, this is how I'm gonna live the rest of my life.
Yeah, this is real.
Okay, got you. Well, and through all this and everything, obviously, how long ago did this happen?
This happened in February of 2014. So about a year and a half ago.
Wow. And so through all this, it was a huge impact on your life. And who do you think that out of your whole, you know, your family, your friends, everybody, who do you think that you could just not have got through this without them?
Definitely all my family and all my friends, but the one person is definitely my wife. She has been there for me since the beginning. She's done everything. You think about it, and she's done it for me. And she's been there every step of the way, and, you know, all the way up till she dropped me off here at the Blind Institute. So she's amazing.
Wow. So your wife has been basically your rock, is how you put it.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely, it's just an amazing thing. All right, here's another question for you. So you're telling us your story, and, you know, you're showing us this ambition that you have. And one of my questions is, what do you think has been the hugest transition that you've had to go through since you lost your legs and your eyesight?
The hugest transition for me is losing my eyesight. You know, to me, legs are just legs. You know, I lost my right leg above the knee, my left below the knee. And I got prosthetic legs, so I can get up and I can walk with just a cane. And eventually, you know, down the road, I'm going to get to that point where I can walk around with no support cane at all. But the hardest transition for me would be losing my sight and learning how to get around, and also, you know, learning how to do things a little differently than the normal person with, total eyesight. So that's a little different.
Yeah, I totally agree with you and I mean, in my point of view on that is the same. When I lost my eyesight, I was freaking out. I was like, what the heck's going on here? But then I was like, okay, maybe I can do that if I try this a little bit differently. There's just so many different things. I was actually surprised. Like earlier today, I had a conversation with the rec therapist here, and she was telling me, hey, let's go ahead and put you try to do this Paralympic thing. I'm like, well, I really don't, I'm not missing a limb or anything. The only thing I'm missing is my eyesight. But then she was reading this list of sports for the blind on there. And one of the sports or a couple of the sports, one was archery and the other one was shooting a gun. I'm just like, that sounds kind of dangerous being blind,
Yeah, well, the shooting a gun, I'm at the CFI, which is the Center for Intrepid in San Antonio, Texas. And they have a program there where they do take amputees or those that are blind out to go hunting. And if you're blind, all they do is they have a scope that attaches to your gun with a cable that runs to a laptop, and they can see what you're aiming at. So you can simply just, move a little bit left, move a little bit right, and they'll tell you to pull the trigger.
Huh.
So they have adaptions for everything, and those that are blind, they can do everything except for driving. But they can.
I did drive 2 weeks ago. I got to drive a golf course down the fairway. I think I killed a gopher, something like that. I don't know. But hey, that's the one thing. I mean, pretty much that's the only thing we can't do.
Yeah,
really.
But those that are blind, they can do anything that someone with 20/20 can do. You just gotta find your own way, and you just gotta do it a little bit differently.
Exactly, and that's the biggest transition that most of us have to do when we do lose our eyesight. Is we got to figure out those different ways to do different things.
Exactly.
But once we figure that out, hey,
you're good to go.
We're good to go. We get the hang of it, and we just keep pushing ourselves forward to even do the next thing even better. And sometimes I've met a couple people, I mean, even here, that can do things better blind than some of the people with sight.
That's right, like hitting a golf ball.
Exactly.
When I had sight, I spliced that golf ball to the right every time. But when I lost my sight, I could hit a golf ball straight as could be.
Yeah, it's just that the focus. I don't know. I think it's because we think straight ahead and just got to stay focused on what we're doing. Right?
Yeah, maybe.
All right. Okay, so your life has changed dramatically, and I mean personally, in my case, when I lost my eyesight, things kind of went downhill at the beginning. I got a little depressed. I got a little, out of whack. I mean, I was out of my element, right?
Yeah.
I bet you felt the same way too.
Oh,
right?
yeah, of course. I mean, when the accident first happened, yeah, sure. I was depressed, but I tried my best not to show it, and I just tried to keep a positive look on things, and I just never really let it keep me down. Everyone's gonna have those days where you feel down and depressed, but you can't let it keep you there. You just got to keep moving forward.
Okay. And that actually leads into my next question. As you said, you got to keep leaning forward and keep going, keep pushing yourself. In your mind, or in your personal definition of true ambition, what would that be?
For me, true ambition would be for just keep moving forward. Take one day at a time, one step at a time. And you got to just keep setting goals for yourself, and once you reach that goal, set a new goal and reach that goal. You just got to keep positive, keep moving forward. And it's also the people around you too. The people around you, I have a great support system, and without them, I wouldn't be who I am today. So
okay.
Yeah.
And I seriously believe that your story is a great, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a great, it's just a great reflection of true ambition. And to be honest with you, you sound like a wonderful, wonderful ambassador to not only the blind or amputee or anything like that. You show such passion, and you just keep pushing forward, which is great. It's a great thing to have, and I personally try to do that too with with my bodybuilding and all this, but And I just love that I got to come here and meet so many different people from so many different backgrounds. I mean, the only thing that we really all have in common is that we're veterans, you know?
Veterans and blind.
Oh, and then we're blind, obviously. I mean, obviously, I guess that's the main thing that we have in common. But yeah, all of us served our country in some way, shape, or form throughout the past. Well, shoot, the oldest person here is 96.
93,
No, 96.
96.
96 years old, and he served in World War II. So 96 years old, and just imagine the difference between then and now, and how all of us have just, you know, the only thing that has brought us all together is this huge transition. And they've all seen all these different things change throughout life, and now they're all going to have to adapt to this one thing that's happened to them, which is them going blind. Same thing with us. Ours was more of a sudden type of thing. You know, we're both young. I'm 27, you're 25?
Yep. Yeah, 25.
25 years old, 27-year-old, and we had this huge thing happen to us. It's a huge transition, and all of us here are really just trying to push ourselves through that. And we're all, I seriously think they should change the front sign to True Ambition, because that's exactly what everybody here has.
Yeah.
I guess that works. But, I just want everybody out there to, you know, listen to Corey's story. It was amazing, you know, how all these things happened to him. But, as you can see, he doesn't let it get him down. He really is a true ambassador for those of us who, you know, want to show true ambition. And I think he's doing a great job at it.
Hey, just stay positive out there.
Exactly. You know what, everybody? Have a wonderful day and be ambitious. Catch you next time.